Cows provide us with many things such as milk, leather, and other useful byproducts. With their four stomachs, cows and bulls can extract maximum nutrition from their food, making them essential to many aspects of human life. As long as there is enough vegetation for them to eat, these resilient creatures can thrive in a range of habitats and environments. This particular cow, which prefers to live among a distinct herd, exemplifies the idea of being the black sheep of the group. According to a report by the Associated Press, Poland managed to flee from a farm and joined a herd of wild bison this past winter. His remarkable tale could be the subject of a Disney movie, but we ought to depict his behavior in a relatable way for children. One could also introduce the complexity of an Orwellian rebellion on the farm from which the cow escaped, but from a scientific standpoint, the question is more straightforward. Out of all the cows, only one had been in captivity before and now roams freely with a herd of bison. While this is an intriguing occurrence, it poses a potential ecological risk. The reddish-brown cow visually stands out among the larger, dark brown animals, but Pi is an expert. Raphael Kowalczyk told the AP that she seems to be doing well with her new companions, even though she's sometimes spotted on the margins of the herd. This domesticated cow escaped her pen and has been spotted roaming Poland's countryside with 850-head herd of wild bison. It's not unusual to see bison near Louisa Forest, but one animal caught my eye. It was a completely different light brown shade from the rest of the herd. Bison are chestnut or dark brown. Some speculate she was searching for freedom. The reddish-brown limousine was first reported last fall by Polish news portal TVN24. She was just a wee calf then, and the ornithologist who spotted her assumed she would eventually make a return home. Then last week, biologist Raphael Kowalczyk, coincidence, saw a healthy cow again with the bison roaming the bison forest in eastern Poland. The bison expert says she appears to be in good health, indicating she's able to find food, thick fur common to her breed, and the mild winter in eastern Poland so far this year have also helped her. Kowalczyk told the Associated Press, while it's an exceptional sight, Kowalczyk says it could also be a dangerous one. Weighing in at 800 kilograms, the European buffalo is Europe's largest mammal. If the cow mates with a bison and gets pregnant, the hybrid calf could be bigger than a normal cow-calf and killer. If the cow is able to successfully bring a baby to term, any offspring would contaminate the gene pool of the already endangered bison population. The European buffalo was driven nearly to extinction at the beginning of the 20th century, when German soldiers and locals hunted them during the First World War. Through careful breeding, the herd has since been restored. A beef baby might hinder progress made to protect the endemic species as well as the survival of Europe's 8,000-year-old primeval forest. It wouldn't be the first time a cow-buffalo hybrid has wreaked havoc on an ecosystem. Beefalo first intentionally came into existence in the 1960s when bison were crossbred with domestic cattle in the Southwest US. It was an effort to get the best of both the hardy, delicious bison and the fertile, easy domesticated cow. As with most ideas, it seemed like a good idea at the time. After escaping their pens, officials and tribal authorities have reported the beefalo, also called cantaloupe, is wreaking havoc on the region's grassland ecosystem, drinking already limited water supplies and destroying ancient stone ruins. Buffalo have a tendency to rub themselves against standing structures. At last count, an estimated 600 beefalo were still roaming the Grand Canyon's north rim. Well, this certainly is not normal for a bison to accept a calf of a different species. We have some members who graze both beef and bison in the same pasture. It's not unprecedented, said Jim Matheson, Assistant Director of the National Bison Association. However, the National Bison Association includes in its code of ethics absolutely no crossbreeding of bison with any other species. Both bison and domesticated cattle are part of the cloven-hooved bovine family, along with yak, antelopes, sheep, goats, and muskoxen, and perhaps she'll start feeling chilled enough to be ready to go home before the spring thaw or once the novelty of the wild herd wears off. But biologist and bison expert Raphael Kowalczyk reportedly spotted the call again this week, and said she seemed to be in good condition and was able to keep up with the bison. He told AP thick fur, common to her breed in the mild winter in eastern Poland so far this year, have also helped her. But Mr. Kowalczyk, who is also the director of the Mammal Research Institute at the Polish Academy of Sciences, warned that a cow living among bison could be dangerous to both species. If the cow gets pregnant after mating with a male bison, she could die because the hybrid calf would be bigger than a normal cow calf, and the offspring could likely disrupt the genetics of these small and endangered bison in population in Poland. A lot of work went into restoring them after they faced extinction following the First World War. Mr. Kowalczyk went on to say that the cow is still too young to breed, but that it looks like her winter adventure may soon come to an end. She must be recaptured before spring to prevent the risk of mating. He said one question is whether when winter ends, the cow will follow the bison into the forest, which is not the habitat that this cow knows. The more time she spends in the herd, the riskier will be. Nonetheless, Kowalczyk says scientists will try to remove the cow from the herd by summer. No one knows what was going through a cow's mind in Poland when she decided to escape from a farm last November, but one can presume she had an impulse to do something a little bit different. She was spotted late last fall with a herd of wild bison grazing at the edge of a forest. It's not unusual to see bison near the Białowieża forest, but one animal caught my eye, said Adam Zibrit, a scientist who studies birds, and the first person to see her with her new crew. He said it was a completely different light brown shade from the rest of the herd bison in our chestnut or dark brown. A domesticated cow was surprised Polish naturalist by spending the winter living with a herd of bison in the primeval Białowieża forest. The cow chose freedom by running away from a farm late last autumn and has been seen lingering on the fringes of a herd of some 50 bison in the forest on the Belarusian border. Poland's TVN24 news portal reports, the unusual friendship could lead to mating, which would contaminate the vulnerable population of about 600 Louisiana bison with hybrids. Another danger is that hybrid cows are large and the cow could die giving birth, the biologist told TVN24. The cow has become a celebrity with appearances in the New York Times or the Telegraph and on social networks and the internet, where she is a rebel who escaped her destiny, the slaughterhouse, says the biologist. From a scientific perspective, there is a potential threat to the bison population due to the risk of hybridization. The chances of successful mating between the two species are relatively high. Despite the risks, the cow's integration into the bison herd is not surprising, as both species are social creatures. According to our research, there are some shared genes between the two species. Environmental organizations, including Greenpeace, have utilized the cow's story to highlight the significant threats facing the bison population in their natural habitat. The cutting down of the Białowieża primeval forest, which the Polish government had authorized, was only halted by a resolution from the European Court. Although the interloper is still too young to reproduce, it appears that her victorious adventure will come to an end before spring arrives and she is recaptured. If you like watching this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. We would also appreciate it if you could subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an update from us.